In here, if you just use tiling, it's quicker. However, that you can see some of them are not properly matched. And after this, it'll take a while. Now it's stitching. It will try to do it, put together better matching, so the picture looks better. So that's within 5 minutes, you get a pretty, wide area scan of a sample.
Yeah, I can see. This is the neighbor to one. This is obviously
Darker,
dark.
yeah.
This is brighter.
Yeah, that's because of the charging effect thing. Now you see it getting charged now because it's sitting there for too long.
Oh yeah.
And you see, you can pull it out. You can see this is square. This is where the electron beam is scanning the square area. It's getting
Okay.
really bright. But as you pull it out, it goes away.
Okay. Yeah.
This is natural. Something that charges. If you don't want to have that charging effect, coat it. You can go to an electron microscopy center and coat it with gold or platinum or something like that, and then you won't have that problem. But you cannot do EDS analysis, because if you do elemental analysis on something that is coated with platinum, what do you see?
We see what you have coated with.
Yeah, platinum only. So it depends what you want to achieve. If you want to get a non-charging sample, very high resolution, then coat it. But unfortunately, if you coat it, you cannot do EDS. Now, if you want to do EDS, and then let's, it's still stitching. Let it
Almost,
finish.
yeah,
Yeah.
almost, yeah.
And I'll show you where to find that image. We would have saved it at the moment
I've
it's
seen
saved
it
it in
on
auto
Panorama.
management mapping Roman. So we go to this folder,
Images,
not images, but it's in the
Venom World.
in the documents, automated image mapping. At the moment, it's in the Roman. There's a band sandstone there. But if you want to change the directory, go and change it first. In here, what you find is they are individual tiles. So you can have, you can still look at individual pictures. How come it's black? It's actually quite dark. It doesn't look right. I don't know why. It looks okay here, but how come it's not showing properly? Maybe you should use another. Open with paint, maybe. How come it's dark? I don't know. But the actual overview, the finished image is this.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. But it's stitching, even in some areas, not perfect. But you have a good overview of
Yeah.
what it looks like.
So is it finished now?
Yes, finished.
Oh, cool.
Okay, and let's do EDS. So then you finish EDS, launch EDS analysis. Well, remember, if you want to do EDS analysis, you have to do 15 kV and white. Yep. For EDS analysis, you can do under high pressure or low vacuum. That's okay. And then you go back to the image. And what do you expect when you increase the voltage and current? What do you expect? The image will look very, very, very bright, right? Because you're putting a lot more energy now.
Yeah.
So you will find it very difficult. You see, look at that.
Wow.
You can see very difficult to actually, wow.
So they eject the more electron.
Yeah, so it's just, it'll be very difficult to do analysis, but it's okay, let's give it a try. To get the image, click on this circle thing, and then click there. All right, it's actually telling me that spectrometer is not getting enough data. Working distance, all right, okay, that's fine. It's complaining that working distance is not good. If you want to stop it, click on the stop icon. I know what it's complaining about. I told you for imaging, you have to reduce, lower it down to 4 notches, yeah, when you're turning. But for EDS analysis, you have to do it, so 6, that will be you have to do it 10 to 12 notches. So we didn't lower it enough.
Okay.
So for EDS analysis, we have to lower it a bit further.
Okay.
So that's what I'm taking back up.
Okay.
So we've dialed it down to 4 notches already. So I'm going to dial it more down to 6 more notches or even 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 6 to
Alright.
8. Okay.
So you want to lower the level and then
For EDS.
for EDS.
For
lower.
EDSL, yeah.
Yeah.
Now everything is in here, in the manual. It's written
Yeah,
there.
okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So
cool.
if you wanna, if you forget, don't worry, just read it. Now I'm gonna put it back in.
The vacuum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna put it back straight in.
Mm.
Another reason why we may not be getting signal is because charging extremely hard, but we'll see.
Mhm. So you're almost. The time is.
It's alright. What time are you leaving today? Because after 2:30 I can come back. Would you be here?
No, the problem. I have a meeting from here in the other building
Sure.
from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And the problem you're moving, you're leaving in the morning.
Yeah, I'm leaving in the morning. Look.
Just
Okay.
show us the Elementor. I think that will be.
Elemental,
For now.
right? So I'm gonna focus slightly because we reduce the height down, right? Okay.
Looks better, right?
Looks better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that's because the distance is further away.
Yeah.
So now we focus it, and then we come here and click it again, and the image looks better. Now let's do it. So the first page is where you do spot analysis. So
Mhm.
anything that you're interested in getting this analysis of EDS of particular area, click on that. Green is good. Green is happy. You got silicon, nitrogen, oxygen. So you can put up to 10 spots at one time. Whichever you find it interesting, I'm going to do good. Okay, 4, right? So it's going to go one after another. At the moment, it's the first spot, and then after that, it will continue to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Okay. So
Alright.
so finally give you average results from the 4-point data.
In that spot, it tells you we have all these elements.
Yeah,
Okay.
for each- If you want to do average, you will have to manage it yourself. You have to edit because it will create a report, and you can just manually go and edit. And
Yeah.
then, yeah. So the second page is to look at the actual EDS spectrum and make
Spectrum.
sure the spectrum is actually correct.
Mhm.
So you bring the cursor.
Can you record that because I didn't had a problem to
Yeah.
catch that before.
Do you have
Yeah.
anything in there that has tungsten in it? Tungsten.
Tungsten.
I don't think so.
No, no tungsten.
Mhm.
No tungsten.
No tungsten.
No tungsten. Yeah.
What's a CR? CR or chrome? CR is the chrome. Yeah.
Do you have chromium there?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a signals. Okay. Just briefly, red area means the actual collected signal.
Mm.
The white is the calculated signal.
Okay.
What calculated means it's trying to assign and calculates based on the red area. To get really good assignment of the peaks, you have to overlay the red and white area well. If there is a mismatch, that means something is off. In order to assess whether a particular peak assignment is good, look at the fit. If the fit is one that's perfect, if the fit is 0.99, it's really good. If anything is less than 0.95, you have to be kind of like, have a close look at it. For example, carbon has 0.98. If you want to unzoom it, bring your cursor to this and pull out the wheel backwards, and then it will unzoom it. And then carbon is somewhere there. You can scroll forward and click and drag. You see that. You can see why carbon is not 0.99 or 1, because you can see there's a little of that and that, but the red area doesn't really conform to that.
But if you want to fit the other one against the other one. For example,
If you don't agree that there is carbon, you know what you can do? Is you can bring your cursor to the periodic table where carbon is and right click it. You will forcefully deny it. You're saying that there is no carbon in my sample.
Okay.
You can do that. You can override the automatic. But you see what happened when I override it? You know what it did? It included ceruleum and whatever that thing is, which is not meant to be there, I'm pretty sure.
and lead,
Yeah. So I will unclick it and it will take back in. Do you think there's some carbon in
Yes,
there? I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
there's some carbon
yeah,
because
sure.
you chemically treat it, right?
So it could the similar happen with the tungsten.
So with the tungsten, that's okay. With the ceruleum, I don't think it's in there, so I'll untick that. Rhenium, no.
Wow, they can medium.
You got silicon there, oxygen, chromium, nitrogen. What about this one? You got 2.65. What time is it now? 1 point. All right. Would you be here, right?
Yeah, I'll be here. The Chris will be the primary.
Primary.
Yeah.
what more that we need to do?
Well, it's not no more. There's no more. But if you want more, you want me to show you more how to work this out, I can come back around 3:30. But you know, obviously you
3:30 to what time?
for around 5. Yeah.